Having Jupiter in Aries in the first house suggests the presence of a passionate, visionary, and courageous personality. Individuals with this placement take initiative and are always ready for a new adventure. They believe in their own abilities, which makes them great self-starters and leaders. In terms of relationships, they may be assertive and straightforward. Their confidence can attract others, but sometimes they may come off as self-centered or impatient. It's important for these individuals to learn to balance their needs with the needs of others. The potential career influences suggest they may excel in roles that demand leadership and innovation. Careers in entrepreneurship, athletics, or any fields where they have the freedom to take risks and explore new ideas can be fulfilling. Strengths of this placement include optimism, courage, and energy. These individuals are likely to be resilient, forging ahead after setbacks. Their belief in possibility is one of their greatest assets. Challenges include impatience, impulsiveness, and a tendency to overlook details. They may rush into new ventures without fully thinking things through and may become irritable when things don't move as quickly as they would like. Growth lessons for these individuals involve learning to slow down, think things through, and work as part of a team. They may also need to focus on developing empathy and consideration towards others in their personal and professional relationships. Though challenging, understanding their traits and working on them can lead to a balanced, successful life. A person with Jupiter in Taurus in the first house is likely to have a robust and grounded personality that thrives on stability. They tend to be resourceful, tenacious, and practical, with a strong sense of self-worth. Financial stability is important to them, as is accumulating resources. A significant strength of this placement is the ability to attract wealth and opportunities due to their magnetic and confident persona. They may face challenges in being overindulgent or overly materialistic, as there can be an overemphasis on financial security and physical comforts. It is essential for them to balance material success with spiritual growth. In relationships, they seek a partner who can provide security and stability. They are drawn to people who appreciate the finer things in life and those who can support them in their ambitious endeavors. They are generous and loyal partners but can sometimes become too possessive or stubborn. As for their career, their propensity for resourcefulness and material success means they're likely to do well in fields such as finance, estate planning, or any business that requires solid planning and implementation. Their determination and practicality will also assist them in careers where steady progress and growth are appreciated. The personal growth lesson for people with Jupiter in Taurus in the first house is to recognize the importance of spiritual over material wealth and learn to appreciate the non-tangible facets of life. This placement suggests the need for the development of patience, tolerance, and flexibility in their personality. A person with Jupiter in Gemini in the first house is naturally curious, versatile, and communicative. They are eager learners with an extensive knowledge base and enjoy sharing their insights with others. This individual thrives on variety, new experiences, and social exchange. In relationships, they prefer intellectual compatibility and stimulating conversations. They might struggle with consistency, as their changeable nature may make them appear inconsistent or unreliable to others. They enjoy freedom and might resist emotional intensity or possessiveness in partners. In terms of career, this placement signifies someone who can adapt to many professional scenarios. Occupations involving communication, education, writing, or travel may be a good fit. They may also excel in roles that require problem-solving, negotiation, or dissemination of information. Their primary strengths include intellectual agility, adaptability, and a great sense of humor. However, they might struggle to focus, often overwhelmed by too many interests or ideas at once. This scattered approach can lead to difficulty in completing tasks or projects. Personal growth comes from learning to focus their energies and discipline their minds. Finding ways to channel their intellectual curiosity and versatile talents into concentrated, purposeful action can lead to rewarding outcomes. Pairing their broad knowledge base with focus and consistency can magnify their ability to contribute and excel. With Jupiter in Cancer in the first house, a person is likely to be generous, warm, and nurturing. This placement amplifies emotional sensitivity, instilling strong protective instincts for loved ones and a notable sense of empathy. Their personality tends to be welcoming and comforting, making others feel at ease. In relationships, they might crave emotional security and seek partners who provide stability. Their caring nature means they're excellent at nurturing relationships, but they might struggle with dependency or codependency issues. They need to remember to maintain a sense of self when deeply linked with another person. Given the career influence of Jupiter in Cancer in the first house, roles that require caretaking or offering emotional support, such as teaching, healthcare, or counseling, are potentially suitable. This placement also suggests a heightened intuition that can be useful in decision-making roles in business. Strengths associated with this placement include a genuine love for helping people, strong empathy, and a keen intuition. This individual tends to see the best in people and situations, which can brighten any workplace or social scenario. Challenges include emotional vulnerability and struggle to set boundaries, which can lead to burnout in both personal relationships and careers. It could also push the individual to become overly dependent on others for emotional validation and support. This placement offers personal growth through the lesson of balancing self-care with caring for others. Learning to create a solid emotional foundation for themselves without relying solely on others is a critical lesson for those with Jupiter in Cancer in the first house. Someone with Jupiter in Leo in the first house is typically confident, bold, and filled with a zest for life. Their personality is magnetic, often attracting others with their charisma and powerful, joyful spirit. They have a natural ability to lead and inspire others, combined with a strong belief in themselves and their abilities. In relationships, they are drawn to grand gestures of love and affection. They appreciate loyalty, warmth, and lavish expressions of love, and they tend to give the same in return. However, they could be prone to attention-seeking behaviors, which might challenge some relationships. They're encouraged to learn to balance their need for validation with a healthy level of self-assuredness. In terms of career, they could excel in fields that allow for creativity and public recognition. Careers in arts, entertainment, leadership, or any field that allows them to shine in front of an audience could be very fulfilling. They might struggle in roles that restrict their creativity or don't recognize their input significantly. Their main strengths include their optimism, leadership qualities, and creative abilities. Yet, they can struggle with arrogance and an overinflated ego. They must learn humility, patience, and the value of shared leadership for personal growth. In sum, this astrological placement combines Jupiter's expansiveness with Leo's bold nature and places it in the house of self, resulting in a magnetic, confident, and creative individual who seeks recognition and has a strong need for personal expression. Having Jupiter in Virgo in the first house typically means someone is naturally analytical and practical. These individuals tend to possess a strong desire for knowledge and understanding. With the ability to see small details, they can be perfectionists and sometimes overly critical. They are patient, reliable, and willing to put in the work to achieve their goals. Their relationships often reflect their responsible and diligent nature. They may seek a partner who values order and hard work as they do. However, they could struggle with being too critical or demanding. High standards might present challenges in relationships if not managed. Career-wise, these individuals might find success in professions that require analytical and detail-oriented skills, such as research, finance, or healthcare. They could also thrive in roles where they can employ their problem-solving abilities and serve others. Strengths associated with this placement include a practical mindset, analytical skills, and an innate ability to help and serve others. These individuals are generally hardworking and modest, which brings reliability and trust into their personal and professional relationships. However, the challenge here is to avoid becoming overly critical or getting lost in minor details. They need to learn to see the bigger picture and not let perfectionism hinder progress. Personal growth often involves finding balance between detail orientation and overall perspective, as well as cultivating acceptance and understanding to counterbalance their critique-oriented nature. Such a balance can lead to personal fulfillment and success in relationships and careers alike. Having Jupiter in Libra in the first house means that a person will likely have a natural enthusiasm for justice, beauty, and harmony. They may seek balance in all areas of life, striving for fairness and equality. They may be friendly and sociable, with diplomatic skills and a pleasant demeanor. They may avoid conflict, often acting as peacemakers. In relationships, they may seek partners who are balanced, fair, harmonious, and who share their love for peace. This placement can result in successful relationships because of the value they place on partnership and cooperation. Professionally, these people may flourish in careers that require diplomacy, beauty, balance, or justice. They may find success in law, interior design, art, or diplomacy. One of the strengths of this placement is the ability to see all sides of a situation, which can make them excellent mediators. They are also likely to have a great sense of aesthetics and an eye for beauty. A potential challenge can be indecisiveness, as they may find it hard to make a choice when they see merit in all perspectives. They may also struggle with confrontation, preferring to avoid conflict rather than facing it head-on. A personal growth lesson for those with Jupiter in Libra in the first house can be learning to balance their desire for harmony with the need to stand up for oneself. They may need to learn to make definitive choices and be comfortable with the fact that not everyone will agree with them. It's also necessary to realize that conflict is a natural part of life and that harmony is sometimes achieved through confronting issues directly. Jupiter in Scorpio in the first house indicates a deep, intense, and powerful personality. These individuals are determined and ambitious, with a natural ability to delve into the heart of matters. They are likely to showcase true leadership combined with a magnetic charisma that draws people towards them. In relationships, they are passionate and protective, but might struggle with control and power dynamics. They desire deep emotional bonds and are not afraid to go into the emotional depths with their partner. Career-wise, they can excel in professions that involve investigation, research, or uncovering truths, such as psychology, detective work, or the sciences. They also have a strong sense of justice and could do well in law or activism. Strengths for Jupiter in Scorpio in the first house include resourcefulness, intensity, and a profound understanding of life's mysteries. They have the ability to transform and regenerate not only themselves but those around them. The challenges they face stem from a tendency to be secretive and possessive. They are prone to heavy emotional states and could become overly obsessed or fixated on certain matters. This might lead to issues if not properly managed. In terms of personal growth, learning to let go of control, embracing vulnerability, and accepting that not everything needs to be a battle can lead these individuals to a higher level of their potential. Balancing their strong desire for power and influence while acknowledging the need for humility and openness is essential for their development. This can open doors to leadership that is both influential and respected. Jupiter in Sagittarius in the first house typically indicates someone who is optimistic, exuberant, and adventurous. They might be seen as outgoing, enthusiastic, and inspirational. They often have a strong desire to learn, grow, and explore the world around them. Their personality is often open, fair-minded, and considerate, making them easy to connect with and enjoy being around. In relationships, they may look for connections that allow them to grow and learn. They generally prefer partners who are equally open to exploring new experiences and ideas. Their idealistic nature can sometimes lead to unrealistic expectations, leading to occasional disappointment. In terms of career, this placement often suggests roles suited to teaching, travel, publishing, or even law. Positions that allow for physical or intellectual exploration may be particularly attractive. Strengths associated with this placement include honesty, optimism, and a love of learning. They often have a strong moral compass and an ability to inspire and motivate others. However, challenges can arise due to their constant need for new experiences. This can lead to restlessness or a failure to appreciate what they already have. Their idealistic nature can also lead to unrealistic expectations or disappointment. In terms of personal growth, learning to balance their love of adventure with appreciating their present environment can be beneficial. Cultivating more realistic expectations in relationships and careers can also be a valuable lesson. It's also important for them to channel their optimism and enthusiasm constructively. Jupiter in Capricorn in the first house suggests someone motivated, disciplined, and ambitious. They likely have high expectations for themselves and are driven to succeed professionally. They are practical and could have a talent for organizing. They are drawn to positions of authority and might excel in professions such as law, finance, or politics. Relationships may be approached with the same seriousness and goal-oriented mindset they apply to their work. They can appear reserved or serious, which might make establishing connections initially challenging, but once trust is gained, they may exhibit deep loyalty. Their ambition can become a double-edged sword. They're likely to push hard towards their goals. However, this drive may lead to workaholism or an inability to relax. Learning to balance work with relaxation could be a key personal growth lesson for these individuals. Challenges for them include falling into pessimism. Their practical nature may sometimes border on being excessively critical or doom-laden. They may also struggle with intolerance for those who don't share their work ethic. Their strengths include natural leadership abilities, strategic thinking, and diligence. They have the ability to uphold responsibility, and are usually reliable. They are also people of their word and could have strong moral standards. In essence, Jupiter in Capricorn in the first house individuals are pragmatic hard workers with ambitious goals, who need to learn to balance their serious nature with enjoyment of life to avoid burnout. Having Jupiter in Aquarius in the first house suggests a core personality that is independent, innovative, and optimistic. The individuals tend to be future-oriented, intelligent, free-spirited, and nonconformist. They often can view the wider picture, making them wise leaders and trendsetters. In relationships, their independent nature means they typically value their personal freedom. They could be attracted to unconventional types, and they tend to foster relationships that allow mutual growth and expansion. In terms of career, fields involving humanitarian causes, technology, or social reform can resonate deeply with them. They may excel in roles that demand innovative thinking or community involvement. There are strengths such as their ability to adapt and innovate. They are exceptional at networking due to their sociable nature, and they possess a deep intellectual curiosity. The challenges include being too fixed in their ways due to strong beliefs. Their novelty seeking can lead to distractibility and difficulty in settling down. From a personal growth perspective, they can learn to balance their need for independence with fostering close connections and using their influence responsibly. They can endeavor to implement and solidify their innovative ideas instead of just keeping them at the conceptual level. Finally, they can also learn to manage their energy to complete tasks and avoid burnout. Overall, people with this placement are innovative leaders who, though they face challenges, have unique opportunities for personal growth. Having Jupiter in Pisces in the first house signifies a powerful presence filled with compassion, intuition, and optimism. This person is likely to express themselves in a creative way with strong spiritual undertones and values. They might be extremely sensitive to their surroundings and could have a deep urge to uplift those around them. These individuals are often seen as generous, understanding, and inspiring. However, they might struggle with setting boundaries due to their high empathy levels, which could lead to emotional exhaustion. They might also have unrealistic expectations and a tendency to escape reality, which can lead to disappointments. In relationships, these individuals are often attracted to partners who mirror their own deep need for emotional understanding and spiritual connection. They make supportive partners, often providing wise advice and a calming presence. Yet, their struggles can come from a need for validation and fear of abandonment, which can lead to codependency. On the career front, positions that allow them to use their creativity and intuitive ability would be a strong fit. Careers in arts, healing, counseling, or nonprofit sectors could be appealing. However, they should beware of falling into a savior complex. Strengths related to this placement include a compassionate and charismatic personality, wisdom beyond their years, and a vast inner world. Challenges include a sensitivity to negativity, difficulty setting boundaries, and unrealistic expectations. Personal growth can be found in learning to balance their need to help others with self-care. Likewise, they can grow by realizing their value without the need for outside validation. Finally, embracing their intuitive abilities can aid in their personal and career development.